HHO Trinity here. I just thought I'd show y'all something. Leaves up here in northern Michigan, they're starting to turn in the maples. Just thought I'd let y'all know that. Down south, I'm sure everything's still green. Anywho, here we go. This is the Ford that I was talking to you about, the Expedition all-wheel drive, okay, which is a gas sucker, and Triton 4.6. And I've got my scan gauge hooked up to this individual's vehicle, and there it is. And I couldn't video while I was driving because, well, that's above my pay grade. So, but anyhow, 14.5 miles to the gallon is what this beast gets. And after installing the generator, the new design I made that I had showed on an earlier video, at 55 miles an hour, it's 23 miles to the gallon. That's with no modifications to the O2 sensors at all, or mass airflow. But you're probably wondering, what in the world has he got going on here? This is heating my hose from my pump. And this comes out of my reservoir, goes back down to the pump, goes back in through the generator. So that heats my electrolyte. I boosted my electrolyte, which is vinegar, with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, and it added a little conductivity. I was surprised, just a little bit of conductivity, but it starts to foam up at the top of the and there's the reservoir. It starts to foam up at the top of the reservoir, and I'm not too fond about that, so I'll have to figure something out. But the generator's way down in there. You can't. I couldn't show it to you if you wanted to. I mean, but that's just my reservoir there. And electronics are right down in here between the washer fluid reservoir and the thing here. And here's the relay that allows me to turn the unit on when my engine comes on. And if the engine turns off, it shuts off. And it's hooked right into the ignition harness down here, right into the ignition wire. And it's a 12-volt supply. But what I've also done is hook up a emergency cutoff. So, you know, up here, I mean, in the wintertime, snowbanks get 6-7 foot high. I mean, if you hit one of those, you can bust a hose or something, and you want to be able to shut it off. And so there it is. You shut it off. But so it was pretty simple. This hooks right into the ignition wire that I showed you up front, and it just cuts that ignition off so that the relay doesn't kick on if you have that switch turned off. So nothing to it, but it's a lot of work. This was a beast. 2 days putting stuff in, and we got it going. Now this up here is the condensate tank with the fill port. Y'all, you're looking for plastic. The best place to go is usplastics.com. Man, they got everything, and they're very, very reasonable priced. You get all these little fill ports and really high quality barb nipples and stuff like that. And basically, it's where I fill up, and goes down right into the reservoir tank down there. And HHO comes out the generator up into this tube, and any condensate, see these bubbles here? It was kind of foamy coming up through here because when I added that hydrogen peroxide, it come out and just go down the bottom, and I was watching it go right back out, which was cool. Nothing was coming in here. This line is completely clear, so it's working like a dream. But that's it for the vehicle, and they're fixing to go on a little trip, so I'm anxious to see what they do, what kind of mileages they get and stuff like that. So, but at 60 miles an hour, I was getting 20 miles to the gallon, and I know I'm not putting out near enough hydrogen to what I need to do. So, I mean, a vehicle like this needs at least a liter a minute. And I don't think I'm quite putting out a liter a minute, so that's okay. But I know I could do better. I just got to find a different electrolyte solution. There's got to be something better out there besides something really caustic, corrosive, dangerous. So that's what I'll be working on next, is trying to find something else. But she works good. Works real good. And anyhow, I want to thank Almost Hydrogen for giving me a shout about the electrolyte, places to buy electrolyte. I might try that. But that's it for now, guys. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to write me, so I'll answer them as soon as I can get to them.